So, less women and mandated reporters in the workforce is apparently the goal. I'm sure you've heard that they're reclassifying certain professional degrees, and those professions happen to be dominated by women and mandated reporters who are there to protect children. Counseling, education, nursing, social work. I don't believe in coincidence, but it's very odd that this was being swept under the rug at the same time that we were focused on the Epstein files and trying to get justice for the children and trying to hold people accountable. So, odd timing for sure. Oh, and also at the same time, they're trying to dismantle the entire Department of Education, which Congress never approved of. They're using loopholes, interagency agreements instead of laws, which I hope all of this gets appealed. I know some people are in the process of appealing. So in the meantime, I would look into homeschool because they're probably going to start putting just anyone in the classroom. And it's already a little sketchy. And also it's going to be an uneven playing field, not even just money, but the programs. Each state, if someone lives in a low income area, the school that they go to is not going to have the same opportunities as a different school. And that's just not fair. And again, I hope all of that gets appealed, but reclassifying these professions means less people can qualify for the funding to obtain these degrees. And if less people can afford the funding to get these degrees, that means the professions will shrink. And who gets pushed out? Women and mandated reporters. Not only that, I'm pretty sure that the salaries of people that are already in the positions will shrink. And as a social worker myself, I do not approve. This, to me, seems intentional, the agenda to push women back into homes, out of the workforce, but also these are the people that hold our communities together. Counselors, social workers, CNAs to care for our elders. These professions are literally the backbone to our community to provide support and care. If less people can afford to enter these professions, our communities will suffer. And I am not a huge fan of CPS. I'm not naive. I'm not green. I know the nefarious things that go down in there. But whether you want to admit it or not, they have been helpful to some children. And without mandated reporters, even those cases will slip through the cracks. This is just so unfortunate on so many levels, whether you believe it's a strategic move to push women back into the home, to push women out of the workforce and limit their independence and their economic power, or to weaken an already wavering, inconsistent safety net for vulnerable children. Like, is this just a coincidence, or do they want us all uneducated, broke, and sick? I don't know. I know people are going to mention Project 2025 and Handmaid's Tale. I don't have any streaming services. I don't really watch TV. But people keep leaving comments telling me that we're living in the Handmaid's Tale, and apparently we're about to make it to season 2. And I also heard that Trump, he's calling this plan the final mission, which is eerily similar to the mustache man's final solution. But that has to be a coincidence too, right?